Biotechnology is using biological products to improve our quality of life. Biotechnology is about agriculture. Biotechnology is about health sciences, pharmaceuticals and chemistry and all sorts of different avenues, manufacturing, engineering. Biotechnology incorporates all those things. We have lots of different kinds of people coming through our program. We've got your traditional 18-year-old, 20-year-old, just out of high school students who are coming through and looking for an education in biotechnology. We also have the slightly older mid-20s students who have actually gotten a four-year bachelor's degree and have found it difficult to find jobs in biology, who have come back to us and are now getting a certificate or associate's degree in biotechnology, trying to get more hands-on experience before they enter the workforce. And then we finally have the non-traditional students who have experience in other areas of their careers, but for one reason or another either have found it unsatisfactory or have been laid off. And they're coming back to us to get the education they need to enter the biotechnology field. In this program, we study the basics of biotechnology. So we study DNA, we study RNA, we study proteins. We study all the basic building blocks of life and the things that go into biotechnology. And we study the practical approach. What is it on a day-to-day basis that they do? They purify DNA, they purify RNA, they use restriction enzymes, they utilize high-tech equipment. They're involved in the process of biomanufacturing. They're doing all these things that technicians do day to day, and we're teaching them how to have the hands-on skills to do that. We have the Associates of Applied Science and Biotechnology, and that program is designed to take a full-time student 2 years to complete. We also have the Certificate in Biotechnology program, which is designed to take a full-time student 1 year to complete.
When I got out of the military, I needed college credentials for employment. We decided on biotechnology it would be a quick 1-year program applicable to employment within easy driving distance from where I live, and it does make use of computer expertise that I gained while I was in the military.
For me, the math part of this program was okay because I have an extensive background in math. I started at a very early age. You just have to routinely continue to practice the problems to get accustomed to them and how to apply them to a lab situation. It just depends on your background.
Students can study biotechnology if they're weak in math or weak in science. The whole point of this program is to teach students about biotechnology, and they don't have to come in knowing all about science or math to be able to do that. We here at HCC have the Math and Science Learning Centers, which will help the students in the areas where they might be deficient for their classes. So if they're not very strong in math, they can go to the Math Learning Center and get help. If they're having trouble with some issue in their science class, they can go to the Science Learning Center and get help. So there's ways at HCC that students who do not necessarily have the prerequisite skills when they come in, that we can get them up to speed.
In high school, there were opportunities to further my education outside of high school, like the Biotech Summer Institute. It gave you an insight into what your college experience would be. And they had a hands-on program where you went in the lab, you saw the equipment, you got to learn all the research techniques that were possible at the time. And it gave you a heads up as to what you would be doing in college. I plan on transferring to a 4-year college after I graduate from the biotechnology program.
We also have a program for secondary school teachers, high school teachers in the area, where we bring them in for a 10-day biotechnology training program where we teach them some of the tools that they can bring back to their high schools and use to teach students in their classes about the biotechnology field. The pathway is a pipeline that we developed to bring students from the high school level in through the biotechnology program and then put them out either into the career workforce or to transfer into a 4-year institution. One of the great things about this program is that we require our students to go out into the community and complete internships. And through this program, they complete over 180 hours of service with local biotech companies in real-world internships where they actually have their own research projects.
I actually did a summer internship with the National Institutes of Health. I already know how to do gel electrophoresis, but this past week we learned how to do gas chromatography, and that's something that, you know, National Institutes of Health is looking for.
The internship experience here at HCC is a 15-week program that goes hand in hand and week by week with the classes that you take. There's hourly requirements that lead to credits that you're given, and for me it was an awesome thing because the things that I was learning week in and week out I would take to that internship every week, and after 15 weeks they were able to roll that right into a full-time position for me. So without the internship, I'm not sure if I would be able to say that I have a job at such a prestigious pharmaceutical manufacturing company, but I'm very thankful that I do.
One of the other options, if the students do not want to go off campus to do their internships, is they can stay on campus and use our Innova Bio program. The Innova Bio program allows students to get the research experience for their internship that they need on campus with a PhD level scientist and be able to do research that's contracted through local companies. There are a lot of career opportunities for students who study biotechnology at Hagerstown Community College. Within the driving distance of Hagerstown, there are things such as biomanufacturing, there's genetics, genomics, agricultural biotechnology, aquatic biotechnology. This program has a 100% success rate at either placing students into the biotechnology field in careers or in transferring them to four-year institutions.
I'm honestly blown away by how much HCC has, how quickly biotechnology can just explode at our own school even though we're a community college. It really amazes me, and I just want to be a part of that.